made me feel like I'm a regular person.
Right.
And that's was my first experience of having a different cultural relationship that felt it like family. And it just, I don't know, just thinking about it now, just like, dang, like just different moments in life and being social and having cultural experience can change your outlook
Right.
going forward. So like when I was in prison, I didn't bring down the guys like that was white guys. I didn't bring them down. I brought them into my family. I didn't look at them as different. Everybody was family in my eyes. So it was just one of them experiences that I just thought about.
Excellent. I really, as we continue to get into this, and we look at some of the things like what Keelan brought up, I just through my life where we happen to live. Now I'm gonna say I'm like say like Miguel. When we talk about, I can remember our family, our little nation, all being in the same place in a place called Reedsville, North Carolina. We come from tobacco farming families, where who looked at the what do you call the thing? What's the name? The Waltons. With all those generations standing at one house,
Don't raise your hand.
I got to do that.
You be dating yourself.
I did that. We did that. Grandparents, aunts and uncles, cousins.
Never heard of
all
it.
of us in one
I was about to
spot.
say, you definitely had to.
I don't know about that, Dr. G.
I'm just saying it was. That's just the closest example that I thought I could throw out there that maybe all of our ages could kind of connect.
Nah,
to.
you show your age right now.
The black version of the Walton.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
that thing went over my head.
So with that said, so then our next definition that we're gonna look at is personal and emotional. On a personal level, family can mean different things to different people, right? For some, it's a biological connections. For others, it's about who they share their life with and who cares for them and who they care for. And I think we've already touched on that a little bit, but we want to just dig a little bit deeper into that.
We'll go ahead and start that
dynamic.
off. Because for me, even though you might be blood, and I'm about to get a little personal, that don't mean you family.
Correct.
And like I said, I'm about to get personal. Like growing up, my father's side of family, my grandma in particular, I feel like she never accepted me as blood. I never was accepted in that family. So I never looked at her like family. I cared. I had emotions, but I chose my friends or anybody else over them.
Right.
And it's maybe the way I grew up, maybe they probably cared for me, but it made me look at my father's side of family a little more different compared to my mother's side of family, which was there, loving, caring, brought me in, made me feel welcome.
Right.
And that's that emotional. I want to feel like I'm accepted, like I do belong here, and I didn't get that from my grandma. My grandma her favorites was my older brother and my cousin.
So you felt you could feel that your grandmother had favorites. You could actually
oh yeah, and it kind of made me and my other brother Reginald feel like outsiders. We always talked about it like my older brother and my cousin was their favorite, and like I said, like me and him was more closer. And I'm more closer than both of them, but me and Reggie is closer than him and Diallo, which is my two brothers.
So what's kind of the dynamics behind? Why do you feel that was so? Why do you think?
Ooh.
Because I know you were there. Help us to
I'm
understand.
going to say it's probably due to my mom. Like, my grandma didn't like my mom.
Okay.
And that's point blank. She didn't not care for my mom. She just didn't care. So I think the hatred towards my mom got passed down to me, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So I got feel like I didn't get loved on because she didn't accept my mom.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I can agree on everything you just said. Like, just because you blood don't make you family. And I think it's crazy because I hope she don't see this, but she probably gonna see it because somebody gonna send it to my mother. But so my whole family treat my mom like garbage. You know what I'm saying? And I got a lot of mental disorders. I got anger problems. I'm bipolar, impulsive control disorder, ADD, ADHD. Like, I'm jacked up. You know what I'm saying? And I was a preemie for like a while. Like, you could see me in your palm of your hand. Like, I was in this incubator for months. And my mom was young, when she got pregnant with me. I think she was still in like high school. And, yeah, hey, Pop, sorry. But Pops wasn't shit. I'm just being honest. But they met here. They met, my dad's from Carolina, but they met here in D.C. I think they was at Dunbar at one point, but they met here, and at the time, light skin was in. So he he was a light guy, curly hair, and it was like, back in the day, y'all had y'all little crews.
Right.
And in D.C., he was part of that crew that was getting cars. So if you was part of that crew, that means you with the ladies, because the ladies want the guy with the car. So, and then he was, so, but long story short, my mom was the nerd. My dad, I was conceived of my mom first doing anything, and I was conceived. She didn't expect that to happen. My mom was supposed to go off, get her master's degree, because she's just that smart, and it's a lot of things that I noticed when I got older because they wouldn't show me or tell me, but my mom is really pretty, and a lot of my cousins and family members aren't, but the thing about it is, my mom's mom wasn't there. She was, sorry, Mom. She, she drunk a lot. And my grandfather, her father wasn't around. So my mom kind of suffers from abandonment. And they should know that. But when I was born, when I was even in her stomach, they kicked my mother out. My mom moved here from my grandma in New Jersey, moved here and was with my uncles and my aunt. And that's how they did her. So that was the first thing. And my mom never told me this. I had other sources that finally told me this stuff about my mom and why my mom is so emotionally, messed up. So this is just became a thing. But then when I got older, I started seeing it.
Right.
And I moved so much. When you're the oldest and you the only boy on a certain side, you're going to think that your parent loves your sisters more than you. It's just something that you see, especially when you was the firstborn for so long. So I did have that little feeling for a while. But then I also didn't understand how my sisters had a dad that I didn't. I only got to talk to my dad on the phone. So it made me be away. It made me bad. It made me act out. But then it also turned me into a protector too, And the first thing I ever got in trouble with was protecting my sisters. I think we was going to school in like Landover, and these dudes try to jumped me, and my sister was right there, and they tried to put hands on her. So I knew I couldn't fight all of them, and I had nobody taught me how to fight yet. And I think I was like 12 or 13 or something. So, I watch a lot of movies. I told you that's one of the things I connected with. I used to watch Disney a lot, movies a lot, and it used to give me ideas. And I was like, all right, well, I got to protect myself. So I took a knife to school. Got expelled.
At 12.
Got expelled. I was going to some school in Landover, and I got my butt expelled, man. And instead of believing in me, no one wanted to listen or hear me out. And they shipped me to New Jersey. They shipped me to Jersey, shipped me to the worst part of New Jersey. Camden, New Jersey is probably the top worst places in Jersey. So they robbing stores in the daylight. Like, that's how bad it is. And cops don't even come. That's how bad it is. So then I got down the line, I'm just getting bad treats. I'm in the hood here, then I come back to D.C. I'm in Saratoga. I'm in the hood there. Southeast, I'm in the hood there. Then y'all shipped me back to Carolina, and it's even crazy there. The gangs are even more serious out there at a point in time. So it's just I'm picking up all these things, but I'm still not understanding my mom. Because remind you, I don't consider none of them nobody my family at the moment.
Got it.
I consider, the people I've come across as like friends, but I'm seeing my mother's trauma. And now our relationship is not good because I can't forgive. I can't forgive these people that you still go and see. And you kiki and you laugh and you call them uncle and call them cousins. I can't call them that because I seen what they did to you.
What she had to go through.
Right. And I'm going to bring up one last thing. And it's crazy because he not on camera, but Mr. Timms over here was there that day. My mom had a party. It was a birthday. She invited all the family. All the family was there, and it was at a club called the Firehouse. It's in D.C. And my mom is very known. Like, she's a people person. A lot of people love her. So that's why I don't understand how my family treat her like that. But she had a lot of people there, and my cousin got into it with a person. She was a little intoxicated. And her husband was there, boom, boom, boom. And the guy didn't like how he was speaking. I think my cousin didn't spit on her, spit on him. And the dude hit her. Then, cause I'm seeing all this, I'm like, what's going on over there? And then her husband, and he get knocked out, butt in the air, crazy. Like, I would never be able to look at my wife in her face if I get knocked out and butt in the air. That just ain't good. But it was a big old brawl. But I see my cousin get hit, so I think it's right that I go protect her. After that night, I go back to my uncle's house, and they wanted to put it all on my mom. Like, it was her fault that this happened. It's her fault that the husband got knocked out. It's her fault that hands got put on the female cousin that kind of like got involved into the situation. Yes, she was intoxicated. She didn't mean to, but that's what happened. They wanted her to reveal all these people and do all this stuff, and they didn't even know they was fighting officers. Like, that was off duty. So it became a real bad situation. I didn't care what the situation I was in. I was there protecting my family, and then I was protecting my mama. So, but it was the fact that y'all didn't still unite then. Y'all still wanted to put it on the person that I consider y'all think is the outcast. And that there, right then and there, it just made me not want to be involved with that side of the family at all, because it just don't make sense. My son is 8 years old. They ain't been to one birthday party. He ain't had one gift. They don't even got his cell phone number. But I can't see that as family, you know? Like, my wife, side of the family, they call her every day. They got a family group chat.
Right.
You know, so
just to do check-ins. Good morning. What's going on?
So I'm seeing family, and I'm not understanding it, because the way her family is and mine is kind of discombobulated. It's just kind of like, I don't know, man. That's why I'm here with him. Like, blood ain't nothing. It's about your actions, man. Got
it. So that's one of the reasons. Just exactly what you're bringing out is one of the reasons why we wanted to explore, some of the additional definitions of what family looks like, because we all come from, all of us here come from a total different set of situations and circumstances. Anyone else have any, for this particular session, have some closing thoughts that we want to share?
I'm going to say my closing thoughts is, no matter where you from or how you look at things, you can form family relationship and don't have to be blood related. My strongest bonds in my 5 years of prison were with these guys, because we were surviving.
Right.
And just that mode of survival drew us closer. We ate together, we celebrated together, we worked out together, we did everything together. So in my last 5 years, the guys that I was really incarcerated was my family.
Right.
And sometimes people don't understand, but I'm not going to say sometimes. The justice system don't understand that. And they say that when you come home, you can't affiliate it with these guys because y'all both felons.
Right.
And I don't agree with that, because you telling me I can't associate with someone who helped me through my toughest time in life.
That's right.
That don't make sense to me. That's my family now. So that's my closing thoughts.
That's right. Anyone else before we wrap up for this session?
One of my closing thoughts I want to share is, I was thinking about a non-biological family member, and when I was in the penitentiary, a riot broke out, and I'm of the Christianity practice, and the brother that stood with me, or what we went through together, was a Sunni Muslim brother. And the brother told me, he said, man, look, just put your back against mine and just stand.
That's right.
He said, just stand. And I mean, it's like, I'll never forget that. I never experienced that with anybody in my biological family. I mean, even remotely close, and that left an indelible impression on me.
Excellent. We're gonna pick up with each one of these closing thoughts as we move to our next session of family reunification. We appreciate you joining us and look forward to the next time. Thank you.